their family of 4 was rescued from the dumps in Guatemala City. And they were living in like a tin shack. And their stepfather would sexually abuse the children. And their older sisters were used as sex slaves in the house with their mothers, like their mother made them do it. And said, let him use you in whatever way he wants. You know, he's the man of the house, that's what he gets to do. And they were 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people who got them, those girls. Now they're teenagers, but at the time, he witnessed it all as a little boy. And she was born, and she was tiny. And her mother, once again, there wasn't any care for the kids, and so Mercedes, which is the oldest of the 4 in the family, she would have to find food for her in the dump to raise the baby. And she raised her on coffee and Coke, which is not what a baby ever eats, as you can imagine. So when they were rescued from the dump, she was 1.5 years old and the size of an 8-week-old. And the judge handed her to us and said, she'll be dead in 7 days. She's been raised on Coke and coffee. She's had none of the nutrition she needs. She was limp in her arms. She couldn't move her head at all. She didn't have any kind of mobility or any strength in her neck to lift herself up, and she was 1.5 years. And the Lord literally saved her life. We took her to the malnourishment clinic, and they rejected her. She was too bad. And so we were like literally with her here in our arms saying, what are we going to do? And the pediatrician from our clinic said, I have a plan. I've seen this kind of thing before. Give me 7 days. And we said, well, she's only got 7 days, according to what they said. And literally in 7 days, she started to move her head. And it was like feed her, you know, this many milliliters of formula, and then hold her for this many hours every day and talk to her. I mean, it was a schedule of exactly what to do with her. And now, look at her. Oh, she's literally alive today because she was rescued and given a family and a home and taken care of. And she's beautiful, beautiful. And the youngest of this family, but the way they're growing and how God's healing them from the trauma they've seen and experienced is so beautiful. He used to be one of our worst behaved boys, just dealing with a lot of anger issues and stuff from everything he'd seen. Now he's like the example for the house. He's like, you left your clothes on the floor. You pick that up. He's like, this is how you fold your clothes, and this is how you put your shirts away. I mean, it's just amazing. He has purpose in his life as well, you know? And so it's calling the best out of him. So please feel free to give him a hug and look in all the rooms, and I'll wait outside, and then we'll move on to the next. Thank you. Yes. Yes.
If I'm honest, I'm tired, hungry, I'm frustrated, all of the above. A little sore from civil war when all I seen was blood. I shed tears, heartbroken, all I need is love. I'm drowning fast in my sorrow, all of me is flood. I seen hurt, seen death, seen slaughter. Now I need some clean water, all I see is mud. It's like nobody out there cares, cause all I see is shrugs. It's like nobody out there hears, cause all there is plugs. Man, I'm feeling like a lion who's hungry and weak. So it's the mighty God of Zion who humbly I seek. I stumble and weep with the tears running from cheeks. Each moment I wonder if he will ever so subtly speak. Yes, and I'm confident he will, so I'm confidently still. Deliver me from sickness, Lord, conquer what is ill. I still stand, and when I'm rescued is his choice. I stand still and know my refuge is his voice.
Another home somebody owned is now a puddle. Why the rain came, I wonder why they wander through the rubble. Why me? Why now? Should I think why not? Is everything against me to take everything I got? Someone got out of bed this morning, some got off the floor. Some went off to work this morning, some went off to war. Some ate half a plate and trashed it just to get some more. But trust me, that's not an option in places like Darfur. Vision blurry as the skies cries like my eyes. In despair I cast my cares as I cried to the sky. Never hoping man, though some are willing, they're unable. But I'm the kind who find with crumbs from the master's table. I know the situation hasn't caught you by surprise. In fact, it's with faith I choose to walk instead of sight. I know that you love him, since the womb you knew him, and and you never forget. So may the grace that grew up renew her.
To articulate the way you let me drown in your never-ending grace. How my crimes are covered and washed away in blood. There's nothing in me conditioning you to make you love. I can't attract, impress, or try to win your heart, but you give it all, and you've been involved, and you never change. Even when I'm wrong, your love still goes on to make an atonement. Love infinite and unconditional. Nothing can separate us, cause now I live in you. There's no amount that can calculate your divine love. It's so much that Christ was given to die for us. It's stronger than death, deeper than the ocean, bigger than the night sky. The earth could never hold it. And it's not impulsive, it's holy and pure. It's not a weakness or soft, it's sharp as a sword.
God in eternity looked upon me, foreseeing my faults, my pride, my sin, and said, I want that man in my family. I will pay for him to be in my family with my son's life. That's love, folks. That is mega, off the charts love.
This little family here, Pablo and Jorge, they have a little sister, and they were living in one of the little pueblos down there, and their mom was really sick, and their dad just abandoned her and sold their older sister, who's 12, to her uncle to use in whatever way he wanted. And these two were going out in the morning. They get up at 4 in the morning, and they would go and clean the chicken buses. You know, the big, huge buses. Just these two little boys. And they would get paid 10 quetzal for the day for cleaning the bus. And that was all the money they had to buy a meal that day for them and their little sister. So this one was the oldest. He would make them wait till 1 or 2, and their sister would be crying because her stomach was hurting so much, and he would say, just wait, just wait, just wait. This is our only meal of the day. It's got to get us through the whole night into the next morning at 4 when we go back and do it again. Never been to school, supporting themselves on 10 quetzal a day, which is about $1.30. And for the 3 of them. And so when we heard about their situation and they came here, just their shock at everything, you know? It's just like, whoa. And they have been amazing and an amazing blessing to this house.
How long have they been here?
They've only been here, they came in June.
And how old are they?
He is 11 ahorita, ¿sí? Tiene 11.
Published,
Yes, yeah, 11 and 10.
11 and 10. And they have one sister or two?
One little girl.
And one
She's 4. And then the oldest 12. Yeah. And the 4-year-old, yeah, she's in the all-girl house right now. Because she couldn't obviously move in here with them. Because of the stuff they've witnessed, they couldn't move in there with her at the moment. And so they stay all day, they play together and do their thing. And they're at school all day together and eat lunch every day together. And they play in the afternoon at the park. So really it's more like the time they sleep and if they do their homework that they're not together. But they feel very close to her because she's next door in that house. So this little playground they share together. So we tried to, it was a weird situation. We've never had it like that before where we needed to put the boys somewhere else and they had a younger sister, but it's been really good. It's been really good. And I really hope one day they all can live together again. But they're a very new family. Most of these boys have come, no, all, with the exception of these 2, the rest of these boys have come in the last 2.5 months.
Wow.
We have gotten over 15 kids in the last 2.5 months. And every time we finish a house, there's 15 more lives that get rescued every single time. And it's just such a beautiful testimony. Like each of these kids has been rescued from so much, and it just is a wonderful, I don't know, it's amazing to be a part of it, and you all are a part of it now, you know? You're here, and you can say, I heard that story, I met that kid, I know the name of an orphan. You can take it back with you and pass that on, and that's such a beautiful gift, you know?